And now here is one of our blind students that we have here, Connor and Cole. They are both in the drum corps, and they are being led by their guides, and we both have them in the journalism department. They are some inspirational students.
Momentarily they will turn and we will hear the fight song. Would not be a homecoming or a Troy University football game without the sound of the South. They just is such a big part of Troy University, originally formed by Dr. John M. Long back in the 60s, and they have just continued on that great tradition for over 50 years now.
Yes, they are really an inspiration. I mean, you know, Troy's not a huge school, but I'm guarantee you that we have one of the best bands in the state. And it's so fun starting the games off with them, and especially this homecoming parade.
For anyone that's tuning in, watching us on Facebook, leave us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from, what year you graduated, all that good stuff.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. And here we have the Charles Henderson High School attendance, homecoming attendance. And so we have our freshman attendance is Hannah Boyd and Sadie Holbert. And then sophomore attendance, we have Denijah Geis, Taylor Thomas, and junior attendance we have Jemiah Foster and Ansley Holbert, and our senior attendants are Amaya Ford and Zion Suddeth, and the 2022 homecoming queen is Alex Brantley. Oh, I love her blue dress. That is so pretty.
And then following behind them is Troy Bank and Trust, and that car is driven by Diana Lee. She's a Troy University graduate. Troy Bank and Trust was founded in 1906 and now has 16 locations in southeast Alabama.
And then we have the Shebang Clog and Ballet and Dance Company, which, as you may know, that is the dance school on the square, and it is the longest running local dance program. The studio has been in its current location on the square in downtown Troy for 18 years. And they have went to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and the Sugar Bowl and various other events across the country.
And a couple of other ones coming up is the Pike Regional Advocacy Center, serving children and families in Pike and surrounding counties. And here's always a fun one everybody loves.
It's Mr. O. His little car has been an entry in the parade since 1976. That thing has been going for a long time. It's so cute.
And he'll give his traditional salute to Chancellor Hawkins. And following Mr. O, this is the 21 Club of Troy. It was established in 1952, and it's a local high school service and social club. And it aids the community and its various organizations with philanthropic and charitable activities.
And then we have Miss Alabama Volunteer coming up. So this is a very new pageant title, and this is Madison Neal. She's a former Miss Troy University, and is the It's competed in the Miss Volunteer America 2023 pageant.
And we are proud to say that she's a alum of Troy, obviously Miss Troy University, but a former Trojan Vision staffer, and now works also in Huntsville with a TV station up there.
Yes, she works at WHNT. She was the former weekend news anchor, but she, in order to compete for Miss Alabama Volunteer, she took back a reporting position, which, that is some dedication. I applaud her for that.
A couple of other ones, the attorney Ashley Mallory driving by, as well as this is the Prince Hall Masonic Lodge District 6. Several groups coming up of that organization. This has been a well-attended parade. You can see plenty of people lining the street and plenty of organizations. There's over 70 organizations here today. So this has been one of the biggest parades we've had in quite a few years.
Now we had the Troy University Toastmasters, which this is it was chartered in 2021, and it's to help people from diverse backgrounds to become more confident public speakers. They've been raising money this week to help with their various programs that they have.
I think you said you got some fudge from them this week?
I did. I got some fudge from them.
Was it good?
It was very good.
Okay, good. And now we've got Alpha Gamma Delta. This float is sponsored by the Sisters of the Gamma Sigma chapter. It was chartered in 1971 and consists of 142 active members. Lauren Bueller is currently serving as the chapter president.
It's always fun seeing the sororities. They have pretty much the biggest school spirit, I think, when it comes to Troy. They love repping their university, and they always come with such fantastic floats.
Well, and this has been a long week for them with the different events throughout it. So to do the homecoming parade as well, I'm sure they're tired.
And here we have Miss Troy University 2022, Caroline Alexis Clark, a former, she is currently an alumni of the Epsilon Kappa chapter of Alpha Delta Pi, and she competed in Miss Alabama America this year, and she is graduated from Troy in 2022, where she majored in English, and now she is at Faulkner Law School in Montgomery.
And now Sigma Chi coming up
with their floats. Good old T-Roy on the front, and an old arcade game. That really plays into the theme.
Yeah,
love that.
We've seen different takes on the Game On theme. Some people are using it to mean the football games, board games, and obviously the old Pac-Man is what they've got on there.
Yes. Then we've got the Pike County High School cheerleaders and the band coming up behind them.
It's the Pride of Pike Marching Band under the direction of Jonathan Shantz and assistant directors Jarrett Nelson, Phil Adcock, and Henry Everett. The color guard instructor is Rachel Greer. Pike County High School down in Brundage, about 9 miles south of Troy. And they have a long-standing tradition of good football teams down there, the Bulldogs.
I can tell you this, I don't miss marching in the parade as a band member. I did that in high school. It is tough work, especially in those uniforms.
Yeah, it is. Earlier homecoming than normal. It is mid-October this year, so it is a little warmer than normal. And these band members, they're doing a great job.
say I love their school colors. My favorite color is purple. Their mascot is perfect too. Love it.
Once again, that was the Pike County High School Marching Band, the pride of Pike.
And now we've got Alpha Delta Pi. This is the Epsilon Kappa chapter of Alpha Delta Pi here in Troy. And their philanthropy is the Ronald McDonald House. And they send girls up there all the time to help out and volunteer. And we've got our floats coming up.
That's a good looking float. Looking like the quad out there, the statue on the quad.
Mm-hmm.
And Georgia, I think it's okay to say that AD Pi has just a slight importance to you.
Oh yes, I just alumned from AD Pi in May. I spent 4 years there in that chapter. Loved it. Had so much fun. I've walked in the parade a few times with
so
them.
You've done this.
Oh yeah, I've done this. But it's always so much fun getting to see familiar faces out in the crowd and getting to chant your chants.
And now we've got the Tucker Learning Center. Tucker's Learning Center was established in 1995, and they currently serve children ages 0 to 12. A big group in the back of that float.
They've got their loading screen up on the top of the truck and a big old game controller. That's a pretty cool float. And now we've got the future Little Miss Pike County and future Little Miss Troy. Future Little Miss Pike County is Madison Carroll, and future Little Miss Troy is Scarlett Goldsby.
Next up is going to be the float of the Theta Delta chapter of Alpha Omicron Pi. Pi was founded in 1897, but it's the most recent sorority to Troy University when it came in 2017. The current president is Kaylee Fundam, and it is home to 125 current members. And I like theirs.
Yeah.
They've got a bunch of different board games. They got some dice. I see Jenga.
Some Twister, yeah.
And, Uno. So yeah, great job on these floats.
Now we've got the open enrollment preschool.
It's part of the Head Start program here in Troy. Yeah, this parade is not just for the university, it's for all organizations, businesses around the city. Next we see the Max Credit Union, been helping members since 1955. Pete Jordan and the Max Associates, located on 231, are here to help you with all your financial needs.
Then we got the Gamma Gamma chapter of Phi Kappa Phi, founded in 1964, and they were one of the first fraternities here at Troy. It's also the only fraternity here at Troy to have their own philanthropy, which is called the Ability Experience.
And they've got a unique take on operation on their float. They've got
T-Roy
with some different marks on him.
And now this is the ISCO, which is the International Students Cultural Organization. Now, I've worked with ISCO a few times, and their president, Aleda Pody, is wonderful. She has really given ISCO a place on campus and gotten a lot of events together, like Japanese tea ceremonies and various things to just expose Troy, because Troy is one of the biggest international universities in the state. So.
Over 400 international students on our campus right now, and that group is led by Joe McCall, who's a teacher at the university. But yeah, we see all the different flags represented, and there's more than that. Just that's all they have out here right now. I believe there's 60 countries.
I think, yeah, 50 to 60.
And next is Junior Miss Pike County and Little Miss Pike County. Maggie James Brown is Junior Miss Pike County, is in the 6th grade at Pike Liberal Arts School, and Ava Smelser is Young Miss Pike County. She's a 4th grader at Pike Liberal Arts School, daughter of Doug and Leslie Smelser.
We've got the Bethel Bible College. And I believe behind that is the Girl Scout Troop 9815. Now, grounded in the Girl Scout Promise and Law, Troop 9815 is a non-fundamental experience and cooperative education program. It's really to help girls grow and, learn more about local and national volunteering. And it is able to accept girls and adults to accept the Girl Scout promise and law.
And next, we've got Little Miss Troy and Little Miss Pike County. That is Emery Drinkard sitting on the near side, and then Blakely Smith is Little Miss Troy 2022. We know both of those young girls, their parents are Troy University alums. Emery actually worked with both her mother and father at Troy University in the Hall School of Journalism and in marketing.
Then we've got Alpha Tau Omega, which they're sponsored by the Kappa Beta chapter. That's what their float is sponsored by. And this chapter was chartered in 2005, and it has 86 members, and Nick Shaver is the current chapter president.
And then this is the freshman forum. Students plan out activities and events for the freshman class and give outstanding leadership to the university. The drivers are the freshman forum directors, Abby Barnett and Bailey Dias.
I was actually in freshman forum. I enjoyed it. It gives you a lot of opportunities and really helps you if you want to figure out if you want to be an SGA, which is right here, the Student Government Association.
That's right. That is our executive board, led by the president, Ava Carnaza. But then, I can't name them all, but that is they have done a lot of great work this year and helping with this homecoming celebration.
Yes, Anna Grace Holland, who is up on that, is the one of the homecoming executives who has helped put all this on.
We got another Pac-Man game on play. This is the Christian Love Early Childhood Development Center. Angeline Green is the owner and director, and LaWanda Bell serves as the assistant director. And look at all them; they are dressed up in their
superhero
superhero costumes. That is adorable. See Batman, I see the Hulk, Wonder Woman, got it all.
Oh yeah. And then we've got the Pike Liberal Arts dance team. They look like they are ready to bust a move. They look so cute.
And after that, we've got several Pike Liberal Arts teams coming up. This is Tate Gardner, who is the homecoming queen for Pike Liberal Arts.
We've got the Wiregrass bin blaster and trash can cleaner, which I've never seen anything like that, so didn't know we had one of those here.
And then Farmhouse Fraternity. It's the Alpha Pi chapter of Farmhouse. They were chartered in 1995 at Troy, and current chapter president is Sam Martin. And their mission is to build men throughout the different aspects of their life. And they got a couple of Trojans listed on there on a deck of cards. Summerall is the king of hearts. Marshall's the king of diamonds. That is Carlton Marshall. And on Texas State, that is the Joker. I believe that is Deke right behind them. The Pi Beta chapter of Delta Kappa Epsilon.
Then we've got the Goshen High School Marching Band. The pride of the purple and gold is under the field direction of drum major Eva Brown. It's a 24-person marching band.
Well, and then City of Troy is known for its baseball and softball, and this is the 2022 Alabama Dixie Youth Baseball 8U Rookie State Champions. Rayshawn Allen, Taylor Bryant, Will Ceylon, Griggs Fortune, Colt Gandy, Banks Henderson, Will Johnson, Kason Lewis, Austin Money, Fletcher Norman, Brady Register, and Easton Stevens.
We've got the Circle K International walking group consists of members from Circle K International, and their goal is to create efficient ways to grow, assist, and support surrounding communities. Their motto is to live to serve, love to serve. The Boys and Girls Club coming up behind them. They're a nonprofit after-school program for grades K through 12. That is a national organization, but have a local chapter that really helps youth
in the area.
And then we've got another sorority coming up. It's Kappa Delta. It's the Delta chapter of Kappa Delta. And they were established here in 1966. And their current president is Marie Alice Porter. And their values are upholding the values of authenticity and generosity and empowerment.
Catch our breath for a second. I feel like we had a bunch come
I know,
right in a row right there.
Woo. Now, I love their float, the Wheel of Trojans on the back.
See,
very
another
cute.
the game show, Wheel of Fortune. Take on that.
They're taking a lot of, pretty much what the homecoming committee said is game on could mean anything. It can mean sports, it can mean board games, but I'm seeing a lot of board games related things.
And get ready, this is going to get loud here. This is the Enough Said Motorcycle Club, and I don't think I need to say anything else because, as it says, enough said.
Yeah. And then we've got Short the Squirrel, which is Alabama's literacy mascot. And they travel the state spreading the love of literacy and encouraging waiting in time is reading time.
Well, and Short the Squirrel was actually founded by a couple of the education teachers at Troy University. This is the Delta Chi Alumni House, they're representing by the brothers of the fraternity. And this is a tradition of theirs that they've done for years and years and years. One of the brothers, or right now an alumni, comes out of the limo and hands the flowers to First Lady Janice Hawkins.
I wish I knew his dog's name, but there's a very cute dog hiding behind this limo. And he's even got a little Delta Chi sweater on.
And he doesn't want to get back in the
She's
car.
like, no, I'm good. Very cute. Now we got Anytime Fitness, and we also have Tau Kappa Epsilon, which this is by the Lambda Zeta chapter of Tau Kappa Epsilon, and this chapter was chartered in 1967 and is home to 34 brothers. And the current chapter president is Cade McGreehan.
And I'm not sure if we saw it on our cameras, but right in front of them is a rolling cooler, also a scooter.
And then they've got, oh gosh, what is that game
Rock'em
called?
Sock'em.
Rock'em Sock'em, that's what it is.
This is the Troy School of Cosmetology, located here in Troy on West Madison Street, founded by Katrina Sheffield. And they say game on, Troy.
Now we got the BSA Cub Scouts Pack 41 from Troy. I think we've got Chi Omega behind them. This is the Iota Kappa chapter of Chi Omega, and this sorority was chartered in 1977, and they have 140 current active members.
I do got to give mention to right in front of them is Common Ground Troy, a local nonprofit in the city that works with young men from 10 to 15 years old. And it's led by a Troy University alum in Clint Freak. There, as you mentioned, is Chi Omega. Now, you said you've walked this before. How long is this route? I mean, it's not an easy walk.
It's a lot, and we usually have to get there and line up at 8 in the morning. And I know we've got a decent amount of Trojan Vision kids. I'm in Chi Omega. I'm seeing Emily Clegg and Emma Ellis, and we've got a lot of members in sororities. So it's a lot of overlap with the organizations, which I love. That shows that we've got some very active students on campus.
This parade actually starts on 3 Notch, comes all the way up. It'll go around the square and end on Elm Street. Now after Chi Omega is the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Inc. and Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Inc. Undergraduate and graduate chapters.
And then the Pike County Relay for Life Queens, and there's a very cute husky in the back of that. And the Pike County Relay for Life Queens, the Teen Miss Relay for Life is Gracie Morin, and then we've got Skylar Williams.
right behind him, that is the Highland High School, or Highland Home High School band, the Flying Squadron. The band is under the direction of Mr. Cameron Nicely and color guard instructor Tamaya Godfrey.
Got Serenity South Senior Living, that's out of Elba Enterprise in Troy. Then the New Life Christian Academy.
That is more of the New Life Christian Academy coming up. It's located on 601 Union Hill Road in Troy. Annie Blackman is the founder and director. The mission is to educate students academically, spiritually, and culturally, and to develop their character.
Then I believe this is the Guardian Credit Union coming up, and they're a financial institution that offers products and services to whom they serve, but more importantly that they make it their mission to help people. So they have 16 local branches across Alabama.
And behind them we can see, there's a look at the New Life Christian Academy. And Guardian Credit Union, we've got a little bit of a hold up here as I think something was being delivered to the First Lady.
Now we're going.
So coming up, being towed by that white truck in the rear is Phi Mu. Is the Kappa Gamma chapter of Phi Mu, made up of 130 sisters and established nationally in 1852, locally in 1996. Peyton Harville serves as the current chapter president. And they've got, that's another Wheel of Fortune take, but again, that is a lot of time and effort put into those floats, and that's a great job.
And so how they, most of the sororities do this pomping technique where they roll up a bunch of little pieces of paper and glue them individually onto the floats. So it takes a lot of time. And usually all members have to contribute and get sent home with a bag of tinsel paper to roll up.
Well, they have a lot of paper, a lot of colorful color on theirs.
A lot of detail.
Yeah, it's really, really impressive. So we are coming up on the end of our parade. Just a couple of more floats to go.
Got Mr. and Mrs. Trojan Pride, Troy SGA, and so this year they were just recently elected this week, and we've got Miss Trojan Pride is Marie Alice Porter, and we've got Mr. Trojan Pride is Adam Jackson, I believe.
Yeah, that is last year's Trojan Pride. This year's is actually, I know Marcellus Martin was this year's.
Oh, yep, I did know that.
There is the rear. There, the Mr. and Mrs. Trojan Pride are in the back. That is the junior court and the winners of the junior court.
Yeah, so Mr. Trojan Pride is Marcellus Martin, and then Miss Trojan Pride is Gabrielle Moore. Got a very big homecoming court, and we will find out who is homecoming king and queen today at the game, which is against Texas State at 2:30.
Yeah, that'll be at halftime of today's game, as well as a great performance from the Sound of the South.
Got young Miss Troy, Charlie Kate Smith.
Her parents, both Troy alums.
Okay, here we are. Here's Marie Alice Porter and Adam Jackson, the former Mr. and Miss Trojan Pride.
There is the homecoming queen of 2021, Deja Holland.
And then we've got the Charles Henderson High School Blue Machine Marching Band. Now, this is on behalf of Superintendent Mrs. Cynthia Thomas and Charles Henderson High School Principal Miss Liza Faison. Now, this is under the direction of Greg Gammon and Assistant Director Ray Denson and Casey Ferris. I think I just had a wasp on my head a second ago.
Their assistant directors Ray Dennison and Casey Ferris. And Casey Ferris actually was in the Sound of the South. Again, you will see so many band directors around this area, high school band directors, that they came from the Sound of the South. Just such a important part of this area.
And this is under drum major A.C. Hawkins. And now that is the conclusion of our parade.
And so, Georgia, as you said, game will be at 2:30 today. Troy versus Texas State. There is Trojan Walk starting at 12:15. There is events all throughout the day. Go out there, tailgate, have a good time, and cheer on the Trojans.
Yep, and as always, one Troy and go Trojans.
All right, thank you for joining us here today, and we will see you next year, and hopefully we'll see you at the game today.